What's up everybody, welcome back to Cilinix Crypto, good morning and welcome to your daily Luna Classic market update. An update I've been doing for the last 2 or 3 weeks. I think I started end of August, so oh wow. Then I might have been doing it for longer. 3 or 4 weeks maybe even. So I covered Luna Classic daily every day. I take a look at the news around Luna Classic. But most importantly, definitely in this video, the price. What's going on with the price, and can we actually still get some sort of a bull run, right? That's always one of the most important questions. So let's actually zoom into the 1 hour time frame. I think that's a little bit more reliable, at least in the cases of Luna Classic, because you have a little bit more of price action history. So apart from that, what I always like to do, and I think that's also CoinMarketCap has been acting weird lately with looking up cryptos with only their ticker. But yeah, so what I always like to do is I like to take a look at the volume, which is obviously quite important now that the burn tax was there and stuff. Volume is actually, I mean, it's still pretty high. Don't even look at that 65% decrease. It's still pretty high at 800 million. Definitely also compared to the market cap, that's still great. But apart from that, what I also always do is I take a look at Luna Classic Penguins, and I take a look at the burn tax specifically. So you can see that the burn tax has dropped down a little bit. It was that high because a lot of Luna Classic was being transacted because of the Binance news. Binance news was the biggest news we had last week. Basically, Binance are burning the fees of Luna Classic trading pairs, which is great. It doesn't have a lot to do with the burn tax, but still, I mean, Luna Classic, because of the news, was transacted more. That's why the burn tax went up, and now it will probably stabilize and even decrease a little bit. But what is going to be interesting is that Binance, I believe the plan is that they will send all of the Luna Classic fees to a burn address every Monday. All right, so next week we're going to be able to see those first results of that burn tax, or that specific Binance burn tax. Then don't get them confused with one another, and that's going to be interesting. And you can also see that on Luna Classic Penguins. You can see that on the burn volume. So here you can see the total burned. You can see you can see how much is being burned. I think we'll see quite a big candlestick like this too when that actually happens. But apart from that, I mean, you can also just see how much the wallet has right now, and you can see that it has over 4 billion, which compared to the circulating supply isn't that much yet, but we're just going to have to wait and see how much that will actually increase due to the burn tax over time and due to those fee burning taxes of Binance. So altogether pretty bullish. Obviously that also got us this move, but now, what I said in the analysis yesterday, kind of to get back to that, is that I expected us to drop down to this very strong support level between 27,000 and 26,000. We did, and I still think, and I thought that yesterday too, I still think we got that chance of breaking above 30,000 and 31,000 to get a bull run at least up to 35 and 36,000. That's my first price target. I also think we got a good chance at getting all the way up to 40,000, but I'll just set this as my first price target, and then from there I'll see again and update my analysis. But I still think, I mean, there are basically two reasonings behind that and why that could happen. And I wanted to go over those two again in this video. I still think this is the most likely scenario, even though it might be the case that we're going to drop down a little bit lower. It could be the case that we have to drop down to 24,000, consolidate there, and then from there do something like that. But I still think that the fundamentals are in our favor, all right? Because that Monday we'll see how much Luna Classic has actually been burned. I think that's going to be a lot. If that's really a lot, also for the market, that's going to get us a nice bullish move, obviously, because the community sees that a lot of Luna Classic is being burned. That's great for demand and supply, and therefore that's great for price altogether. So that's one of the reasons. But apart from that, this is also a great campaign by Binance. It could also be, and there's a pretty big chance, that other exchanges will actually follow Binance in doing something like this. Like for example, if KuCoin now announces that the fees are also going to be burned, that will not only be good for them, because that means that more people will come to KuCoin as opposed to Binance, But apart from that, that's also great for Luna Classic and another catalyst that could do something like this with us. So I still think there are enough fundamental catalysts and enough strong support levels under us, and therefore I think it's still very possible to get some sort of another leg up. But yeah, I will be back with another update tomorrow, hopefully. Until then, this is my analysis. So if you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. But for now, I'd like to thank you all for watching and listening, and I hope to see you all in my next videos. Bye.